C.O.C. is such a strange thing because the name C.O.C., if we wanted to, with a name like Corrosion of Conformity, we could put out a jazz album if we wanted to, and just, you know, everybody, you know, if we wanted to, but we just try and do what we feel at that time, documented the way we were feeling and what we were all about musically and lyrically. And I don't really know if it's progressed. It's not, I mean, it would have been stupid to do Animosity 2, you know, which is the album before. I mean, that was a time and a place. Let that era rest, you know, let's just move on. And I'm not saying we're going to turn into Rush or anything like that, but we're just doing our own thing and just progressing into grooves that we wanted to get into. But we all still listen to the same music I was listening to when I was 16, you know, Black Flag and Sabbath, you know, it's all the same, you know, I don't change. It's just, musically, we're just trying to integrate different things to get our point across better.
The new album, compared to the old stuff, is essentially, well, first and foremost, it's 7 years later. The last LP that came out for C.O.C. was known as Animosity, right? It was a real breakthrough album because C.O.C. was one of the first hardcore punk bands to bring metal into the hardcore punk scene, which was basically a taboo, you know? It wasn't done. So it broke down those barriers, and I think that was a really good thing. C.O.C. was always, from the onset, about combining Black Sabbath and Black Flag, you know? Black Sabbath and you know, and that early hardcore spirit and an energy and intensity. So I think what happened was that the band just finally had enough of a budget to record the album they've been wanting to record for a long time anyways, and the ability to play it. Vote with a Bullet is a symbolic song in a lot of ways. It talks about a real problem. I mean, for sake, I mean, these people in the United States, this government, secret government that actually runs the show, will butcher millions of people around the planet, and they'll never pay. I mean, they're like Teflon. That shit flows right off them. No one can make anything stick to them. So one band states an opinion, and we're like banned on BBC here or whatever, and you know, that, you know, we're telling the truth, you know. People, there's been I mean, talk about democratic traditions. America's founded on violence. I mean, it's the first people that went over there started that country by killing and raping, you know.
Nobody's seen this for 100 years.